doing this again. Let's hope this time my microphone is on. Whoa, windy. I'm talking to you from like where to sit to kind of diminish the wind. Now you can't sit nowhere, everywhere is windy. But I don't care. You're gonna listen to the wind, you know you want it. Because I'm outside. Because I'm outside. And under a tree. I'm outside under a tree, like a bush, hiding away from the sun. And I wanted to maybe do a stream, who knows. Well, I did a stream alright. We're doing this, and after almost a year, nobody will watch this. But let's say I don't care. I'm gonna not care. I'm gonna just do my thing, and if somebody joins me, it will be awesome. If not, it's your loss. It's your loss. Let me check the audio again. Well, at least you can hear the birds and the bees. And the birds and the bees. This is how you do things. No effort whatsoever. Quality content right here at Zhillustrator Twitch channel. I'm in Procreate. And I'm testing my brushes and doing the swoosh. I'm testing some new brushes I want to add to my Procreate brush set. Maybe this is too much. I'm being reckless as always. Well, after the year that I've had, I can be reckless as much as I want. I'm gonna give myself permission to be damn reckless and not to worry about it. After a year I'm having still, and the year I've had, I'm not gonna be mad at myself for being reckless. Oof. We're swooshing this ship in the picture. We're making it the grand entrance of the swoosh. The grand entrance of this vessel we're gonna call Swooshliaton. I'm using a very rough brush, based on, it's a new brush. There's a complete new little subset of brushes I'm developing. It's soft brushes that are really good for stuff like this. and this is a way that I test them. Yeah, just do everything on one layer, Gilly. Yes, that's how you do things. Yeah, I've never liked separating layers much. I really didn't. Too much. Let's do this. One thing I really like about Procreate is how well they made gestures, and how well I can just simply swoosh my hand and make changes, like do smudge. Just I like having this possibility to just smudge with my finger. I also select color with my finger. This is the iPad mini, so there you don't see the brush stroke until I lay the brush down. This is the old iPad mini, the generation 6. It can stream, man. It can stream, it can do everything. I can have like 20 layers on a 5,000 pixel image. Let me do this, let's see. Yeah, 32 layers available, and if I go like, let's do some more, it tells me that I have like a 5,000 pixel canvas and 26 layers available. Like, Jesus, this thing is, I can't even imagine what an iPad Pro can do. This is a 6-year-old machine. Cancel, I don't want to, because I have 3 more paintings in this one. Well, it's been a while. Let's see what colors I have here. It's been a while. I've been having quite a not fun time. But right now I'm in a recovery period, feeling a bit better. So I thought, like, why not do some sketching, some painting, some swooshing. You know you want it. You know you want it. You don't even know how much you missed me, man. You don't even know how much you missed me. These high effort iPad streams, the highest of efforts that have been efforted on Twitch so far. You know you want it. Oh, which layer am I on? I just turned this into this. I love to do this a lot. Of having this dynamism in a painting. It's one of my favorite things. And okay, this should be a bit darker here, up there, like this. I like the dynamism a lot. I like having art that's just not just a vertical anymore. I mean, I did vertical stuff. Horizontal stuff, like a horizon line, a thing, like a flat horizon line, and just, mainly it looks good. Maybe you should keep this one. Just like this. It's like a flat horizon line. Maybe to calm everything down a little bit. Should have like a flatter horizon line. Not the horizon line, like a C line, like this. Just a little bit, just to calm stuff down a little bit, because we have so much swoosh going on. It's not healthy. So having a flat horizon line should maybe help a bit to calm the scene down. Maybe I'll think about it. I'm gonna think about it. Maybe just imply one. It's probably better to do just imply a flatter horizon here like this. But it's still swooshy enough. Still swooshy enough. I don't know what it is. I just added settlement. Some settlement. You can just see like a church tower. I just see a church tower. It's under the horizon. It's far away. We're looking from somewhere far away from here. Looking from somewhere far away. Whatever. We're looking for somewhere far away. No, I kinda like the darker horizon here. Now we'll figure this out when I get to it. Maybe some industry or something like that. Who knows? I'm leaving this up to you. I'm leaving this up to you. Cool pencil, a preset that I made. It's large. Should be maybe smaller. Let's see. Should be smaller. Why is it that large? I don't know. I made it so, yeah, I can go large with it, but still kind of retain tilt. And this is one of the better new presets that I made, because it's very functional. Like I think the new addition to my brushes will add a lot of functional brushes that work well with other brushes. That's something that's important to me when I'm working in any software. I want orange, purple lights. Yeah, why not? To me, one of the better qualities of a brush is when it works with other brushes and reacts to pressure and tilt well, functionally again. Like this brush is quite functional. Even though on itself it's maybe not the prettiest pencil around, you know. If you want realistic stuff, go to another artist. I'll tell you right away. I think I've had enough of realism. I've had enough of realism. I'm enjoying swooshism. Yeah, cool pencil is good. Make it small. Have another size, but it's good. Look at it. I mean, come on, you want it. Has tilt and pressure sensibility. It's like a rough pencil. Like it's not sharp. I have to probably rename it to unsharp pencil. The workhorse, you know, this pencil that you never get sharpened. It's always like half spent. Why am I obsessing over the small detail here? Just zoom out. Another thing that I love doing is not changing my brush size. I don't like changing brush size. It's always kind of windy. Should get in my car. My car is parked like right here. Maybe that would be actually a good idea. I mean, I can just sit like here and draw. Maybe, yeah, I might actually do this. Whoop! Just give me a second. I don't want to accidentally end the stream or something like that. So yeah, a good way to get to do this is I'm drawing in my car right now. That's a good thing when you have an iPad. You can just draw in your car. Maybe I should get the seat. Make it better. Okay. Drawing in my car. On the back seat of my car. Good thing I have a big car. Oh man. That's how you get rid of wind. That's how you get rid of wind. I mean, you can still hear the wind and the birds and everything. Let me just do a sound check. Let me just do a sound check. Soundy check. Soundy check. Let's go to my soft and round brushes again. Yeah, this is a rough, expressive, soft. It gives me this texture, but kind of, again, very low flow, reactive to pressure and tilt. By the way, if you're in chat, say hi. I can hear what's happening. I have my phone. Next to me, and the stream is opened, so I can follow everything. So feel free to say hi if you've missed me, and I know you did. There's been a lot of change in my life. I had 3 surgeries. 4th is on the way in the fall. I'm gonna have a 4th surgery. I still don't have my full bodily independence, unfortunately, but I'll get that hopefully settled. But yeah, I had serious surgery, had serious stuff going on, and I didn't want to talk about it or elicit some, pathetic, unwanted sympathy or whatnot. I never wanted to be, look, I'm having surgery, help. But I did have quite a tough time. I wouldn't want that if I was you. So it's a really quite significant thing that I'm being here and I'm drawing. It's very, very significant. This drawing is always suffering when I'm having to recover from surgery. I spent some time, sometimes I spent even a month, and I don't pick up my tablet. Even the small mini, I remember back in after my first surgery, I didn't pick it up for a month and a half. Yo, Underground Pig, hello. Long time. Yep, I've had a year. That's an understatement of the year. Had a year. So yeah, I've had long periods of not painting at all. So me being here, talking to Twitch and painting is a really significant step. I'm glad I decided to start a stream. I'm outside. My front yard. I'm actually sitting in the back seat of my car because it became very windy. I have a car with a larger, not American large, but there is enough space in the back. Is everything good? How's life going? I had surgery. Had 3 surgeries. Had 3 surgeries. Serious shit. Because they messed up the first one. So I had to have 2 more. And I'm going to have another one. I'm going to have another one somewhere in October. Something like that. Hopefully. I need to add some color to a palette. Let's do this. So it's not, everything is not good. Okay, I am much better than I was. I've had colon surgery, and it was having 3 colon surgeries. One last September, one in January. No, one last September, one somewhere in October. Yeah, 2. Sorry, oh jeez, 2 surgeries in September and 1 in January. Why am I so confused about this? So I've had a fun time, if you can believe me, and long periods of recovery where I didn't paint. I don't do any work. I'm like stopped doing anything. I don't do any commissions. I don't do anything. I just try. Dorothy, hello. They're doing well. I am doing better. I am definitely doing better. My recovery is going hopefully good, and I found myself wishing to do a stream again after so much time. Underground Pig says, "Zoo, I wish you the best. Needed something. If you needed something, I am here." Well, I don't. It's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. If anything, I had a surgery on Saturday and was thinking of you. Oh, I wish we think of each other on better occasions, right? Thank you, Dorothy. I hope your surgery went well. Yeah, but yeah, it's my life now. From now on, this is my life. What can I do? I have to get used. I mean, I am used to having all the things that I have, and it's my life now. So I have to get. Maybe the surgery that I will have in September will not be my last. Maybe they'll still have to open me up like completely, like to have access to my guts. Maybe, nobody knows. So I'm just hoping that my recovery will be like this. Outside, chill and paint. Yes. Outside, chill and paint. I'm in my car because the wind started blowing. Let me actually get the camera. Where is the camera? Camera. What? Oh no. Yeah, this is my work spot. Here you are. I have a lot of space in this thing. My yard. And my nice little Citroen. Hearing some birds. Yep, my home birds. My home birds. It's my home birds. It's beautiful nature. I'm for the last year or so, I moved away from Novi Sad. Dorothy Nelson, it went well, thankfully. It was an emergency appendicitis. I wish you the best with your oof. I never had that, but I've heard it's tricky. I did have emergency shit too, so I get you. I wish all the best with your next surgery. I wish you to be the last. Yes, me too. So yeah, moved away from the city about a year ago, unrelated to my problems. I decided to not spend hundreds of euros for rent. I mean, Americans are laughing now, hundreds. Hundreds. Pleb. Like my rent is $2,000 and my rent was 130. 130, yeah. It was 130. Yeah, I think it was 130 or 160. No, I don't remember. Who cares? I decided that when my landlord told me that they want to renovate, and they were like, yeah, we want to renovate, and like if you could move for a few months until we do things, and you can get back when we finish with the renovations. And I was like, nah, I have a house in the countryside. So let's not do that. Better invest in the house and make it livable. And it started well, and then I got diagnosed, unfortunately. So everything took a pause, a big stop once I received my diagnosis. How's life on the countryside? Oh man, I wouldn't trade it now. I wouldn't trade it for a city. I go to the city still because Novi Sad is like a 35-minute ride. 35 minutes by car, about 50 minutes by train because of the lame tracks. And it's like €2. No, €2 for a train from my village to Novi Sad. So it's close. Belgrade is like hour and a half by car. They have friends there. Oh, that's the problem, actually. That's the biggest problem. I didn't have time for friends and didn't have will for friends for a long time because I had the surgeries and recoveries. My only friends here were my neighbors and cats. I don't have friends. I mean, I have two. I reconnected with some childhood friends because I grew up here. I reconnected with a few childhood friends, and I'm happy that I have them at least. But it's actually like a big issue why the only like thing I miss in the countryside is my circle of friends. But I get to see them when I go to Novi Sad, so I don't have a big circle of friends anyway. Like, not much. I've never had like, a posse or like a crew or somebody. Like the closest thing to a crew that I had was like other artists that I know. So I do need friends here. That's gonna be the only thing, because it's a small village, I don't have artists here. I don't have like not many metalheads, even though I know a few. And also, like, I'm 40 almost. I can move to the countryside too, says Underground Pig. That's the biggest issue. I don't have friends there. All my friends are here. I'll be depressed. Yeah, honestly, that's it. It can be tricky. Dorothy says big circle of friends are not easy to navigate. I don't know how people do it. I have a few like people that I know. Oh, today I'm seeing this friend. 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 And now I'm seeing this friend. And now this friend. And now this friend. This friend. This friend. This friend. It's chaotic. I don't know how they do it. And sometimes I feel like they're escaping something by like constantly being surrounded by other things. You know, it's maybe a small circle of friends is like perfect balance. Yeah, 5 friends, but we're close. The same for me. I don't have much, but we're quite close. But now all of them are like 50 to 100 kilometers away from me. 40, sorry. 40 to 100, 150 in Belgrade. But Novi Sad is like 40 kilometers. My friend Sonia, she's in Subotica, that's like 100 kilometers away from here. And my friends in Novi Sad, that's what 30, 40 kilometers from here. So that's not far away. Yeah, can't do big circles. Yeah, I really never had a big circle of friends. Big circular friends. Maybe you have a big circular friends. All the chubbiest friends are your big circular friends. Have to go to Zoom call for yeah, if I'm here, good to have you back. I'm kind of glad that I just started this stream like nothing happened. Dorothy knows what I'm going through. We talked in DMs, so yeah, you can see. I'm kind of glad I did this like nothing then happened. I'm just doing a stream, you know, no problem. Well, there is no problem currently. Hopefully the problem got excised. Hopefully we'll see it again. I have another checkup in 3 months. Another checkup in about 3 months. But I'm glad I'm here, and I'm kind of glad I'm doing something that I would just normally do. The worst thing about my entire experience, the surgeries, the recoveries, the tough recoveries, honestly, like you have. I mean, okay, every woman that had a C-section could probably partly understand, but my incision was vertical, not horizontal. I had like 20 centimeter vertical incision in my abdomen, so like my female friends are like amateur. I have 4 kids. Amateur. But the recovery was really tough. So it was very hard to get up, to stand up, to rise from the bed, to just do normal things. I lost like 20 kilograms over a year or something like that. I went to my first surgery. I returned from my first 2 surgeries. With like 15 kilograms less. Yeah, I'm focusing on myself mostly. Yeah, I'm saying with a lot of, I know, Dorothy. Um, it's out of my hands, but it's a tricky thing. Once you can never, how to say, this is the first time in my life that I've had something like this. So it's still fresh. So it takes time to, do the healthy, constructive thing, to not overthink it. But yeah, it's out of my hands. It's I'm focusing on recovery, and I'm focusing on being well, and just continuing doing what I do without any stress. Just I want to get any stress away. So it is for the best. Focus on myself. Thank you. You're very caring. I started selling prints. I started some prints arrived today, and they look amazing. Because I print my stuff. Abroad because it's impossible to get a good quality print in Serbia, it seems, for what I need. If it's one specific type of paper. Dorothy has my semi-glossy prints. Oh, those ones are good. Semi-glossy prints I can do locally, and I do locally. It's the most profit for me. I mean, that's important. But matte prints, man, it's been such a disappointing journey with many different print companies here in Serbia. Like a very disappointing journey, and a very expensive journey too, because they're like, yeah, there's this Belgrade company. Oh, we are having experience with artists for 40 years now. And I'm like hopeful. Oh, geez, they do work on really quality paper and blah. And I spent 50 euros on test prints. Oh, the disappointment. Oh, the disappointment was like palpable. This disappointment in the air was palpable. And I really didn't like the prints. I mean, the paper is the only good thing about those prints. They are like light and like stingy on the paint, almost that. So what did I do? I started making prints abroad. And matte prints abroad. But that means I have much more expenses for them because I want to sign them all. But they are so good. It's worth it. Shipment arrived today of 7. I made 7 test prints because I sell those prints on Coffee now. And all of them, I want them to be hand signed. I could probably earn much more and do it much faster if I just had this service ship them, like do drop shipping. I could probably earn much more. But I want my prints to be signed by me whenever I can. So I'm fronting the expenses. And I did find an alternative, and it's really good. It's a service called Prodigy with a G, with an I at the end. They have a printer. They have print service providers in the US, in the Netherlands, in Germany, in the UK, For example, I do postcards. I don't sign my postcards. I just ship them from there, and it's like in 2 days. Like it's in 2 days. Uh, Hello, Black Tomcat. It's your Blomcat. Hello. So I did find a good alternative for matte prints. The customs are like on my ass. Absolutely. It's a Blam cat. So I did find it, and some prints arrived today. Yeah, these are old iron sellers. If you can hear, Evo Gozjara, kupujemo stare kade, kupujemo staro gvožđe, kupujemo. That's all, we're buying old iron. Yeah, the microphone on the iPad mini is amazing. The microphone on the iPad mini is really good. You can hear everything. I am outside, yes. I'm using my countryside manner, and this is literally just default settings on Twitch. Just the default settings on Twitch. I'm getting Wi-Fi from my phone because my home Wi-Fi. Another bad thing here in the countryside, less quality internet. But my data, 4G, 5G internet is much better than what they provide in ADSL. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm just hooked up to my phone, and the iPad is like just streaming. You know. Yeah, 33% battery. Oh, it's still good. And you can hear black red starts. That's the little bird you hear right now. This one. Come on, birdie. Say something. There are several kinds of birds here, and it's really relaxing. How are you doing? I did better. I'm doing good right now. That's the important thing. I'm doing much better. I had a period of... You sound like you also did... Oh, yes. Someone said that if you use the Opera browser and use the VPN, it provides a much better internet. It's the connection, actually, here. It's the connection. The connection is not good. This is the third, fourth... I've complained several times. They're not providing what's... I had 50 megabits in the city, but I had to move, and because I had to move, they moved my package to something I am, again, no control over. So they downgraded me from 50 megabits. Okay, 15 megabits is not much, but it was stable. They downgraded me to 20 megabits, and it's like 10, and upload is like 4 megabits per second. Like barely I can do a stream. So on my data plan, it's like 50 megabits or 80 megabits with 20 or 40 megabits upload. So there is no problem when I use my phone internet, which I have about 100 gigabytes per month. So I'm using that. So yeah, Black Tomcat. I won't talk too much about these things. I will probably, but you're a regular. So yeah, I've had 3 surgeries so far, and one more that's waiting for me. But yeah, it's just a thing. It's life. It happens. Happy times are right now You know, it's really good. Enough of a happy time is that I'm here and I'm painting and I'm drawing. That's a lot of a happy time for me. That's a really good thing because there were periods where I didn't draw for months. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I think I'm gonna be fine. I'm a hello bird. I see how insistent you are to tell me shut up, Julie. You're good. That's the bird telling me. It's a sparrow. I have sparrows living in my drain, roof drain. What's the name of this thing? I have sparrows living in my roof drain. I love them to death. I love them so much. I go outside and I'm like, hello bird. Oh yes, I understand very well what you're saying. Thank you, bird. I get it, bird. I get it. Shut up, Julie. That's one thing I never knew how much I will love. You know, you wake up and you have birds singing, and they're outside your window and they're adorable, and you can look at your birds from your birds. It's my birds from like a few meters away, and they're chilling and chirping. They're chilling and chirping. Don't care. They don't care. They're just chilling and chirping. Chilling, chirping. And I think if I went somewhere else, I would really miss the burbs. They are really like psychologically, they are amazing for me. So that's the best aspect of living here. Burbos. And the doggos. And okay, the neighbors. You'll probably hear the neighbors too. Just aviono vågte båt cha staralish. This was a caricature of how people here talk, because it's a very specific village with a very specific accent, and sometimes it's funny to me. It's kind of cute funny. Just your boat, chach. But you know, it's cute funny. You know? It's not like look at these hillbillies. I'm way over this. You know, maybe when I was younger, I didn't really understand the importance of keeping authenticity in your accent and your where are you from. You know, that's how. Okay, I've exaggerated, but you know, this part of my region originates like a lot of settlers from parts of Bosnia, so they have they never lost their original accent. So you're probably gonna hear my neighbors as I because again, this little iPad microphone is just amazing. And the dog, woof 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 woof. Yes, doggo, yes, tell them. Woof, 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 woof. That's my neighbor's dog. It's probably called Jackie. A lot of dogs here are called Jackie, like Jackie. It's probably from a movie or something like that. That's Jackie. Woof 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 woof. I just paint on a few layers. All of this is this one swoosh layer. I mean, that's really good. That's convenient for me that I paint on a small amount of layers, because if I used too many layers, I would run into problems with like number of layers in Procreate, you know, like some artists do. You know, they need to separate. They need to separate a bunch of layers. I don't need to, so I'm good. It's convenient that I can just use a few layers and just paint. Again, in my case, the iPad Mini is really a good purchase. I'm looking to buy the iPad Pro, but that's very expensive, and I'm saving up for that, because I'm gonna have to spend at least $1,000 to get an iPad Pro. Just to have like a bigger device. The only drawback, which is not a drawback of the iPad Mini, that it's small, and the screen is like 500 to 600 nits, I don't remember, but it's absolutely enough. It's much lighter than my Wacom. My Wacom is almost useless when it's like daytime sometimes. So it's still kind of light enough. It's not an OLED screen. So I'm gonna get probably the OLED screen iPad, so I can just work outside. Because I've compared. I went to the Apple store in Belgrade, and it's reflective. It's not much. It's absolutely doable. Yeah, it's reflective. It is. The Wacom, it's not. It's the Wacom has a texture, the textured screen, but the problem is it's not a light screen. It's dim. In my case, I have the Wacom 16 HD, and the screen. The problem is the screen is dim. It's not as light. And at night is absolutely okay. In dark spaces, it's perfect. It's just does the work. And as soon as you have a lighting for streams and daytime, hello bird, yes, bird says, the screen sucks. The screen is not good. Look at it. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Yes, he knows I'm talking about the Wacom screen. The iPad Pro is amazingly light. I went and I compared. I opened Procreate, just the default blank window on both, and the iPad Mini looked like it's gray compared to how light the iPad Pro was in daylight in the Apple shop. You know, Apple shops are all white and all bright. It was amazing. And I'm gonna get myself one just so I can do this. so I can do streams. And at one point I'm gonna buy a brighter Wacom or XP pen or something like that, so I can do stuff in the house. But like, tablets are just superior, man. Okay, sorry, there is like a big asterisk with tablets are superior. The file system on the iPad is abysmal. I wish Apple fixes that one time. The file system is abysmal, and it's so hard. It overheats. Mine doesn't. I would probably the Pro ones already. I'm not a part of the Apple ecosystem. I'm not a part of the Apple ecosystem. I only have one Apple device, and that's my iPad. And it's very, very, very convoluted to get things on and off it. You can't connect it with the PC. You can't. It sucks, and the file system is just horrendous. You have to rely on Drive, you have to rely on OneDrive, on Google Drive, on whatnot. While on Samsung tablets, you can easily connect them with Windows. And I'm normally a Windows user, so that's the only drawback currently, and the small size. And for the iPad mini, the only drawback, it's not really a drawback, it's like you can buy this one for like $300 now used. You don't see this, it doesn't have an M processor, so you don't see the brush when you're hovering like on the Wacoms, on the Samsungs. You don't see the brush until you start painting. That's like a nitpick. A nitpick that's just something. It's now fixed. It's now fixed by the iPad Air. The iPad Air M2, the last year's model, it already has the hover feature. The M3 model, this year's M3 iPad Air, is even better, but the screen is not as bright. That's the only thing keeping me from buying the iPad Air. The only thing. I want a brighter screen because I want to paint outside. If I just painted inside, I would be very happy with the iPad Air. The only thing, as I said, keeping me from buying it is it's the 600 nit screen. And compared to the iPad Pro, it's absolutely visible, and it's just double the brightness almost in practice. So that's the only thing why I don't buy the iPad Air. So that's, but again, I make it work here on the small one without the brush outline, without anything. It's not a deal breaker. They already had the 2020 model, now it's 2023. The draw, and that's it. Yep. Me too. I don't have anything else of Apple's. Never wanted to have an iPhone. Never was an iPhone person. But I get, once you're in the ecosystem, I get it. You can quickly transfer. You can use it as a second screen. You can do. It's well made to work together. It's well made to work together. And but again, like, I'm a PC person and I'm struggling because of the file system. and lack of anything other in the Apple ecosystem. Chirp, 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 chirp. Yes, yes, bird. They're technocrats. They just want all of our money. They just want all of our money, bird. And I can say with confidence now, I get the iPad craze. I absolutely get it. I think there is no better tablet under $500 with the pencil than this iPad mini. Like you can get it new with a pencil for like a $500 and you get everything you need, and it just works. It's absolutely amazingly optimized for painting and for software in general. The Samsung tablet that comes close is the old generation S9 or S8 that can be purchased for around 600. But the screens on the Samsungs are much more reflective. And the iPad ecosystem has Paperlike, has the rock paper pencil, so many screen protectors that give you the specialized for artists. And that's what I think I didn't understand this until I got myself this little bebe. I also have the rock paper pencil removable screen protector, and that's way better than it has the right to be. The latest version, I have a first version, it's still good. I'm ordering the latest version that's like even thinner and even nicer to paint on. Even though I'm used to glass now, I'm kind of used to drawing on glass. It's not a big deal that people say it is. So I really do get it now, and I absolutely recommend getting an iPad if you can. Because, I mean, Clip Studio Paint works well. Procreate, I mean, I'm right in Procreate. Right now I'm in Procreate. I'm using my own brushes that I made, and it's almost the same experience. I just wish Procreate mixes colors better. In Procreate, when you mix colors, it kind of dilutes everything, and it's annoying. It's very hard to get it to work right. Other software like ArtRage or Infinite Painter do a much better job on mixing colors. Even Clip Studio Paint. It's the convenience. Yes, this thing is small. It gets. I can carry my little iPad mini anywhere with me. I have a really good case. It's called the Zugu. Z-U-G-U. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Z-U-G-U. Z-U-G-U. Zugu. It's an amazing case. It's protective, and it has a space for the pencil, and it's really a great case, and it's almost more heavier than the tablet itself. But I'm really confident with it that in case I drop it, nothing will happen. Z-U-G-U. I love how you work in ArtRage. It's relaxing to watch. Oh, Infinite Painter is even better sometimes. Like, Infinite Painter is amazing how well. I bought the full $3 That's the best $3 invested in an art software. I bought it full. I'm making a brush set for it, and it's really, really well. And ArtRage is it's really well optimized and well made. ArtRage is also working very well on the iPad. I'm gonna do an ArtRage stream. I'm gonna do one. I guess now I have about 3 months until my next surgery, and I'm going to make it count. I'm on, by the way, I'm on Blue Sky. I'm much more active on Blue Sky. I'm sharing my artwork. I'm sharing prints. I'm trying to at least be active on the front. And I'm gonna be doing streams, and I'm gonna be doing hopefully new artwork. I'm gonna show you this. This looks good. But I have 2 more on this one. Like this is what everything. Sorry, this is some sketch that I abandoned, and this is something I'm still working on. I don't know what it is. It's like a test sketch. It's a swoosh. It has pretty colors and a spaceship. It's gonna be brush testing stuff. But out of all these, I think this one is the most potential for full artwork. Do I have something in my gallery? Oh, I do have this. This is probably going to be my next artwork. I'm gonna switch maybe for a bit to this one. Maybe not. Maybe I can just do tomorrow. This one is probably going to be my next. And I'm not gonna paint much more. I think it's gonna be maybe a few more hours, and just the lighting, the colors, the drama, it's kind of dramatic, but it's not sad or melancholic. Or I just need to work on it just a little bit more. And let me tell you, this one is about 6,000 pixels, and this little thing can push 15 layers on a like 7,000 pixel file, 13 layers if I want a 7,000 pixel file. I want to increase the size a little bit, or this little thing can push 10 to 15 layers on 7,000 pixel file. That's really good. I'm really satisfied. And this is probably my first serious like artwork that I made on the iPad. Like a big test for my brushes. It's all made with my brushes, and I'm gonna return to this one. I mean, I have so many sketches, but yeah, this one is my favorite so far. So I'm going to continue. Nije ništa strašno. Oop. Oop, what am I doing? Yeah, layer 18. Procreate is fun like that. It's really fine. It's not the best. I do have my gripes with Procreate and how it mixes colors specifically. I really don't like that. But it works. It really works for what I need. My dad just went outside and looked. Whoa, Lamia, hello. Doing great right now. I'm painting on my little mini. I'm doing I think I'm detailing too much. Should focus more on on the entire picture. I'm just working with a few brushes that are in progress. I'm gonna update my brush set for Procreate, hopefully in a bit. I'm outside. I'm in front of my yard. I'm actually sitting in my car because it's windy, and I've opened the door, both doors, so it's not hot. I have like 20% battery more, I think. Yeah, about 19%. I started with like 50% battery, I think. So I still have like 20% battery. This thing is good. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. So yep. Hello, Lamia. I'm doing good. It's really good for me that I'm here and that I'm doing art. Absolutely significant. Let's do some saturation. Maybe not. I think I achieved the same texture as on my Clip Studio stuff. The few brushes that I made, they're the most how to say, that I'm working the most with are very well optimized for this. And the Procreate is different than Clip Studio Paint in many aspects, like how it supports. The tilt's different, and it's not the same. So it's really significant that it's possible to transfer a similar feeling. Like this brush is like this. On pressure, it kind of blends a little bit. But most of my brushes, it has this strong texture on it. And I like having the strong texture because it kind of gets me into the painting a bit more. I feel like I'm doing artwork, not some digital artificial thing. And I also like layering slowly. I like layering slowly, and this enables me to layer things very nicely. There's a lot of dynamism too. Like it's very dynamic. There's a lot of movement. So I'm really, really glad I'm here again. I had to erase like hundreds of hours of VODs because of the new Twitch rules. That was kind of sad. I had to export to YouTube. Export like 300 hours of video, 400 hours of video, I think, something like that. About 400 hours of video I exported to YouTube. It's private, it's all private, you can't see it. Because Twitch was like, yep, we're removing your VODs because now we have a new policy of only 100 hours, only 100 hours of VODs. I mean, okay, I get it. We're hogging the resources. Poor Jeff Bezos. Poor Jeff Bezos can't do a few more servers. Nah, poor man. But I saved all the videos that I had, and the one that I left, I will have to erase over time. As I have new videos, the old ones will have to go. Let's flip. Flip. Bird, 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 bird. Birds have something to say. They don't like Jeff Bezos. They want to eat the rich. Birds, you can eat the rich, just leave those that give us money. Just leave those that give us money, that's gonna be the... But eat the rest. I have like probably around half an hour left in the battery of this thing. We could do that. I hope all of you who are watching are having a good day and making some good art. If I was on the PC, I would ask of you to share what you made, but this way I can't really see, so that would have to wait for another time. I'll showcase. But yeah, tell me some good news. Tell me good things that happened to you. We need some good news. Hello, Kolo. Hello. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Right now, can't complain. Kolo. It's nice to see you again. So yeah, give me some good news. Give me something that's anti-doom scroll. Somehow let's fight the doom and gloom with some pretty things. Yeah, this is in my neck of the woods. Some good news is that my latest labs are looking better, and my weight is back. I'm back to around 80 kilograms, and my labs are looking better. My blood is looking better. I'm not anemic anymore, which is a really big plus. And I'm doing an art stream after almost a year. That's absolutely good news, I think. I'm waiting for you. Yeah, your 2 weeks of vacation, mostly for resting. Yes. I hope you will manage to use the rest and rest well. Capitalism is so tiring, right? Oh yes, absolutely tiring. Even for me, I'm not partaking in capitalism that much, except for selling prints. That's my maximum capitalism for now. My maximum capitalism is selling prints. I don't know what to do with this end of the... But that's selling prints is something that I want to do more of. So let's say we'll call it good capitalism. I'm gonna call it good capitalism for me, because I don't have any income right now. I don't have any income, and I don't have income, so I'm gonna have to do capitalism. Because my medicine ain't gonna pay itself, you know. My medicine ain't gonna pay itself. But it helps that I sell a few prints, and I did sell a few prints and brush packs here and there. brush packs here and there, prints here and there, and it helps keep me up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something like this. Capitalism doesn't sell because it needs it. You do, yes. That's true. I'm thinking about this direction here. Like this. To imply that this line goes like outside of the screen. Yeah, I started selling prints on Coffee. And it's been good. I mean, okay, again, good is relative. I don't sell much, but absolutely better than I had on any other platform. And I've been I invested a lot of effort in it too. I made mock-ups, I made this and that. Maybe I could, let's make it like from this, I made it into this. It's all in one layer. I'm insane, I should do another one. I'm gonna try something. Let's see what happens if I remove this. Don't forget to add a link to Coffee here. Yeah, I should do that. Definitely. So now this is all on a separate layer, just for me to see if it's a good step to do. Zoom out. Yeah, I should link to my Coffee, where you can buy a print. Should make it bigger. Maybe this could be good. thinking about it. We should have the clouds assume this kind of formation. Just because of the fun flow, that would be maybe good. Again, it's an alternative. I've saved the original another layer. Thank you for reminding me to add a link, Dorothy. No worries here. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not using Streamlabs right now. You need Twitch or Streamlabs to get the links. I'm gonna do that. Low power mode. Alright. We're getting close to our battery limits. I'm just thinking about another thing to do. I'm not sure. I love how the painting is developing so far. Thank you, Dorothy. I do too. Like it's developing in front of your eyes. I'm like just doing little changes and trying things, seeing if they work or not. It really is developing well, I think. I just don't know what to do with the lower part yet. But that's the joy of me doing what I do. It's always like a bunch of last minute decisions. Maybe I'll leave it like this. Or I just leave it like this. A combination of the two layers. The point is, this ship is kind of teleporting in this weird way into the scene. I established this in one of my previous paintings, this kind of swooshy way of teleporting. I can use the dodge brush a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of teleporting in, and it looks like it's kind of materializing almost. Yeah, it looks like it's materializing out of nowhere and kind of appearing here out of this foggy atmosphere. And there's a lot of, again, the thing that I'm trying to achieve is this fun flow. Something is like moving around, you're looking around the painting and it's whipping around, like it's complicated in a way. It's making you look in all these different directions. It's making you look in all these different different directions and kind of leading you through the entire painting. I mean, I wish I gotta see how this looks on a big screen. I wish how this looks to see how this looks on a big screen because I'm looking at it on an iPad mini and maybe it's a good thing that I'm looking at it from a small size. Maybe it's actually a good thing because of not over detailing it. So I'm not detailing too much. So I have the courage to do these strokes. These big strokes that define this painting in with the swoosh. I'm not afraid of doing that. And I want these spirals to be distinctive and to be visible, to be separated contrast wise, to be not dependent on a single color, but more kind of always contrasting with the environment, so they're always clear and visible and probably able to print. With my previous painting that had this, it's kind of tricky to print it. It still looks good, but I'm gonna be smarter now, and like you see that I define this right now in the bottom corner. I'm defining this by contrasting it with what's behind, so it's more clear and visible, because you don't need to have a super saturated color for it to read. You just need to separate it with values at least, and then you can add some like saturation, because saturation might not print well, but value separation will at least be clear here too. Just make it slightly more light here. So when you squint, you can still see it. And here I won't change the purple, but I'm gonna change what's behind it. Like here, you can see this. Like here, I can instead of changing the purple, I can change what's behind. And by this, I can make the purple more visible. And then maybe just slightly saturate it. It will be more invisible. Hi Daitit. They say it's great to see you again. Thank you so much. Oh, it's great to meet you. Trust me, I'm so relieved that I'm back on doing streams. How are you doing? I'm doing great right now. I'm working on the first artwork that's gonna be probably finished in Procreate. And like after this much time and after this much like happening in my life, this is a really good it's really good to have the artistic inspiration back. Thank you. They say Daiti said this looks awesome. I'd like to think so. Yes, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I've had a period of stuff, and now we're fighting to be better. We are being better and leaving stuff behind as much as possible. I'm probably going to do more strains while I'm outside. I don't have any surgeries upcoming, so I'm gonna be free to do this. Just go outside. I'm outside my house. Nice to hear the nature sounds. Yeah, it's my birds. It's my birds. I'm outside my house. I'm actually sitting in my car right now because it's getting windy. It's getting windy outside. So I'm in the car and just on my phone. Low battery, 5% remaining. Well, I have good thing. I have an external battery. Let me just plug it in a bit. Plonk. You still live by the chickens? I live in the countryside, yes. I live in the countryside, and there are still chickens, little birds. And the chickens, my neighbor's chickens, are still there. I'm gonna show them to you when I'm on this part of the yard. I'm on a different part of the yard now. I'm gonna go with this maybe, or this. I'm not sure. Do we keep the darker parts, these darker parts here? Or maybe for the contrast, just you can always keep them. And this is a separate layer, so I think the this part gives it a bit of three-dimensionality. These clouds here. I'm not sure, but again, I have everything on a separate layer. This and this. Maybe partial. Textures are so lovely. It's my Procreate brushes. Okay, this brush is still not published. It's a soft version of this one, I think. Yep. Yeah, this is the soft version of this brush, and this one is in the set right now. Again, it's not the brushes, it's me doing my stuff. Brushes won't make you a better artist. I get it. But it helps me, get these textures with a lot of layering. That's why I created this new brush in this new upcoming little extra set to my brushes. All are in one big pack, and they will always be just one price, and the updates will always be free. Well, no matter how many brushes I add or what do I do, people who gave $20 to get the entire brush back. They will get future updates for free, so I can have less things to worry about. But yeah, this is a softer version of the brush that's much more pressure sensitive and creates these textures with tilt, so you can tilt upright and get these small lines, and then you can just use the same brush tilted and you can get the wide soft line. So that's what I wanted to do with this one. I mean, that's the philosophy for many of my creations. When I create brushes, it's usually like that. I want to change. You noticed I haven't changed my brush size in ages, because I just use this one brush size and just tilt to make it smaller or bigger, and also sharper and more or less defined. Like with this one, if you press and tilt, you get this. You're kind of halfway there. But if you press all the way, you can get a solid stroke. So there is a combination of a more solid stroke and this tilted blendy stroke. And doing stuff like this helps me test my brushes. I know when I publish this one, many people will be happy with it, because you can get these tasty textures without having to switch a bunch of brushes. Just have one. And then you use your finger to smudge. And what I also do is I oftentimes change a little bit of brightness, like on this one. When I press, it changes the brightness a little bit, makes it darker, and it saturates a little bit, so I can get some color variety in the same brush. You can see this. When I press, I get the darker shapes. And this helps when you paint like what I paint. It's absolutely a lifesaver sometimes. And when you press, you get slightly darker lines, and then you can continue and have some variety. And here I have some round brushes that I made. Some of them are less responsive to pressure. Some of them are more. Some of them blend more, some of them blend less. But all in all, I think I'm doing a good job here. Can do a bit of dodging. Maybe it's too much. Hello, Emily, welcome. It's been a while. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's all of your hope that's making me be well. All of your good wishes and all of your good wishes are helping me be better. But it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Do I do these clouds like this? Some blue, just like to make sure that this swoosh is affecting the lightness. I'm not sure. Well, there is a lot of work that awaits me on this one anyway, so I'm not losing anything. I'm gonna be live for a bit more, and then I'm gonna go eat lunch. this. I love these iridescent clouds. Thank you, Emily. It's all iridescent, it's all volumetric. I enjoy this a lot. I like making stuff like this. No, I shouldn't do yellow. I should do like this purple-ish, very light purple. Because when you put a very light purple, it will look purple enough with surrounded by these other colors. Because the other colors aren't as saturated. So you can have a little trick of making your color pop by surrounding it by like less saturated versions of their counterparts. And then your if the colors here aren't saturated, the ones that are saturated more, they will look much more saturated than they are. Just tricking the eye a little bit. And this is not even halfway saturated. I can do more saturation, add a bit more. And that can be a bit too much. Color magician. Thank you very much. It's just the rules. It's just the rules. You don't have to go all saturated if the rest of your colors aren't as saturated. You can simply add a less saturated version of the color to make it look like our eyes will perceive it as more saturated. I like this. Slight like pink. It's like pink purple tinge to some of these clouds. I smudge it with my finger. I won't do this. Just wanted to show how I lay down the stroke and I sometimes smudge it with my finger. That's one good thing Procreate has really done well. And you can also select the color that's on there and like just add a bit more saturation to it. Just is it a Procreate feature to smudge with the finger? It's one of the better features, and that should be a standard. You can do it in some other software too, but I think Procreate has figured this out in a really good way. So yes, you can. It's not by default, I think. I'm not sure, but it's very easy to set up. Now what I did, I took a less saturated color and shifted the hue a little bit. So you can see this effect now. It kind of has the glowy effect because the desaturation forces our eye to kind of perceive it slightly differently. I don't have an iPad, so I'm not sure it will work this well on my tablet. I think Samsung did well on Clip Studio Paint. I think Clip Studio Paint is also one app you can set. It's not on by default again, I think, but you can set it in Clip Studio Paint, and it's independent of the tablet, even though Apple Pencil is really out there regarding pen support. How many layers are you working with? Not much. 4 for this one. And it's just, it's an old painting that I used as idea. And now just do it a big refresh of the painting, like completely different person. Yeah, the 4 layer. I don't use much. I don't tend to use many layers. Sorry, because it's much funner when you can just play around with the colors on the canvas and smudge them, and it plays Hammer Shark Hello, and it small number of layers plays nicer with these the way that I paint. And take a look at this. I select this color of the cloud and I desaturate completely. I switch the hue to like yellow, and now take a look what happens. It kind of almost forces us to see like iridescence and okay, I just did too much desaturation. I didn't desaturate it completely, but this classic color picker does a better job for this. Like desaturate it much more and switch the hue to, let's say, warm or cold. Small number of layers is something liberating. It's error prone, but happy accidents, yes. Hello, dog there. Welcome everybody. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Switch the hue, lower the saturation. And you can see this effect. The clouds turn kind of interesting. Just there is a little bit of extra, how to say, extra tonal variety. Because what color is made of is three components: hue, saturation, and value. When you shift around and change this, it can make a more fun. This change 2 out of 3 and you can create a really cool effect. But gentle changes of hue, saturation, and the value, the luminosity of the color. And you can do the opposite. Take a color, make it more saturated, and push the hue to warmer or colder, and then you will get a effect of like a warmer heart of the cloud. And then now take a desaturated version, move the hue elsewhere, and you see how this little part here is kind of vibrating in a way. You can also take and desaturate completely. It almost looks blue because it makes your eye perceive the complementary color. You can see how this looks almost blue purple, you know. And it's the furthest thing from blue. It's orange actually, but you just need to push it to blue, like push it towards the colder tones, and it will start looking more blue. Even though again it's far away from blue than it can be. But you can trick our eyes. Our eyes are not the smartest things in the book. I accidentally bumped the little thing. Double press makes my this menu that I made. Color theory escapes me. Well then, I hope you will hang out with me on the stream. Our eyes are the dumbest parts of our body. If you have qualms about color, about stuff like this, you can ask me. If I can help, I help. But yeah, this is the way that you adjust and make your colors a little bit more full, more varied, and more vibrant. You can just switch the hue a little bit, switch the saturation. I implore you to like roughly switch the saturation, make it much more saturated than it is, but retain the value and see what happens. See how it kind of, as you switch hues, you get some unexpected results. You optically trick yourself in a way. Oh, that's really cool. Thank you so much. Prints are available. And then if you want to take this color here, like just up the saturation a bit and change the hue a little bit, make it slightly contrasting, and then we'll see what we get. We get a really intense volumetric look. I prefer doing slight changes. Let's desaturate completely, like 0 saturation, and now see what happens. It kind of goes blue-green because of all these rules that we talked about, the saturation and the relative color and the complementary color. I had a dream that the birds would talk Japanese. So by the end of the dream I was covered in birds. Are you Japanese so birds could understand you? Maybe the birds talk Serbian. I have no clue to speak. You speak Japanese like this. Gilly cancelled. Right, me immediately. I'm sorry. Now, in your dream, you also know how to speak Japanese. No, let's return to this. My birds speak Serbian, as I'm Serbian. Just a few layers. I really don't like. How many birds do you have? Many birds. My birds are living outside. All the birds in my neighborhood are my birds. This crow here, that's also my bird. I just own all the birds. I'm surrounded by birds. I don't own them. Nobody owns birds. Caw. Caw. Oh, me too. I adore birds. I'm a Disney princess. Sorry to have to learn it this way. No. No, what's the song? Na 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 na. Beauty and the Beast. I'm the Beast. Na 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 na. 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 You can see how blue this looks, and it's not really blue. Look how low saturation it is. If I put high saturation, it will just be too much. Now the thing is it's better to go with the lower saturation to fit better with the rest of the colors. Where did you learn how to color? Thousands of hours of doing small sketches and thumbnails and stuff like, let me show you. Stuff like this. Just a bunch of Gaga! Ah! Gaga! Ga! So this is how you learn to color. You just have to start somewhere. What? You have to start somewhere and then you get better at it. I don't get it why Procreate is doing this. I want to zoom in so you can see the palette. Oh! Oh! I don't know. It's weirding out on me. I want to show you the palette on this one. But yeah, let's just go through the bunch of these pages. So all of this is just how I learned. And I'm still learning. I don't abide by laws of reality much. I'm a kind of digital impressionist in a way of how I treat color. I test my brushes. I'm a digital impressionist, and expressionist. So I do a lot of coloring on like small sketches. I want to see what this is. Yeah, this is just a bunch of pages. I should separate this like as a full artwork. These are a few good pages here. This is me testing my brush. I should take this one, and this one maybe, and make it into like a full artwork. This one maybe too. And this one definitely. It's kind of dark, but it looks good. I'll just remind myself. Leave it like here. So yeah, I have a bunch of pages. And that's not all. And I have a bunch of different pages in different usually brush testing pages, and I end up painting like something. I start testing brushes and I end up with a bunch of sketches. Like this one, I was testing this one brush or two. I think it was this one. Up. Yeah, this one. I was testing this soft brush here, or this soft brush here. Yeah, I think it was this one. So I end up like this. I end up with a bunch of little artworks that I can later just finish or not finish. Yeah, this one didn't have a lot of texture. I think it was like this. Because some of the brushes that I made are pressure sensitive. Some of them are working with different, like you need to resize the brush yourself. Some of them you don't need to do that. I personally prefer brushes where I can change the size with pressure, like this soft brush here. You can just change the size with pressure or will tilt. But sometimes I want to think about other people, so I made a few brushes that don't change the size to retain, the standard things that people are used to. Just your basic round brush, but still has a texture and has I usually have some texture with my brushes. Like this one has the least, I think, of my round brushes. Doesn't have much texture. But yeah, I end up with a lot of individual, like this one. Look at this one. This one is insane. Like 5 different paintings in one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paintings in one. That's sketches in one. It's not paintings. But it could be like you could take all of them and just push them to completion. That's insane in a positive way. Yeah, it's one layer also. Like a single layer. Yeah, I can do that probably. These are like my brushes that I tested. Usually from this from the dry section. So yeah, I do a lot of this. I love how you end up doing something else when you were just showcasing stuff here and there, and then your mind switched to stuff spontaneous. It is, and I don't ever want to lose that. I don't ever want to lose that. That's something I'm proud of. I wish Procreate had adjustment layers. Like, I would love to add some contrast to this one. When I see it here in the gallery, I think it would benefit from some contrast. Yeah, I want to show you this one. That's also something I'm working on. I'm gonna be working on it some of the next days. I'm gonna spend some time just messing with the textures and messing with colors and there are no adjustment layers in Procreate. Yes, that's like a something I really miss. As far as I can, there isn't an adjustment layer. Yeah, and this one like has 6 layers. 2 of them are not visible, like something old. Yeah, there is no adjustment. I really miss that. That's something. I mean, you can make your own adjustment layers, kind of multiply and do this and that, but it's just very destructive. Well, non-destructive is, I prefer non-destructive. Like you can make, I don't know, merge everything and duplicate everything and merge everything, then let's see. I don't know if I will have enough to duplicate these layers. And then merge group. And then you have to do multiply hard light. And you can create your own kind of adjustment layers. And this looks good, actually. This looks vibrant as hell. Because I'm usually kind of being conservative. I'm trying to 5% battery remaining. Opacity 70%. And this, for example, can be used, like I can just tone down this layer a little bit, or tone up. You can have a lot of contrast. This is hard light. You can do soft light. This is more gentle. And then you can just go another layer and but I wish there are adjustment layers in Procreate. Definitely, I think I would need that. And with this, I think I should try ending this stream and rating somebody. After, oh man, I've been live for 3 hours. I'm hungry. Should go and see if I can raid somebody. Live. Are any of my friends live?